We are here in a beautiful spring morning. We've got a grill here. It's an older grill, and we are going to give it a facelift, make it better. I've been looking at prices. The big box stores, these darn things are bringing anywhere from $300 to $900. So we're going to rebuild it. But before we start that, I want to make sure that I can get parts for it. So I'm going to bring you over here. Okay, what we have here is probably somewhere in the vicinity of the early 2000s Grill Master. Okay, it's a 3-burner, and it's got a side burner also for the outside. I like these because if we're doing some canning or whatnot, we can have the outside and keep the heat and the mess and the smell out here. Oh look, Snooty. She's gonna help me look at the inside parts here. Snooty, come over here. Where are you going? No, the grill's over here. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get any help from her. Okay, so here we go. Now, on a grill, usually what happens is the baffles go bad. This is a baffle. It sits over top of the heating element, and it disperses the heat more evenly to cook better. We also have the grates. These grates could still be usable, but if I can buy some new ones, I'm going to do that because these are really nasty. I don't know if I can get these cleaned up or not. So we're going to take these out of here, and we're going to inspect the inside. Looking pretty nasty in here. I pulled all 3 of those out. We've got the grills out, obviously. I did not remove the hot dog rack. I left it in because what we're going to do next is we need to clean this. The Grill Master is nice because it has a tray that removes. Now here's the grease cup. Grease cup is the lowest point on the tray, and it's got some nice stuff in there. So we're going to pull that aside, and then I'm going to grab this tray, and we're going to pull this tray completely out. It lifts up a little bit. Okay, so I've pulled the tray out, and I've removed the tank. I took the tank out because we don't want the tank to get all covered with grease or nasty stuff. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to spray this inside with an oven cleaner, and then we're going to pressure wash it, and this will all be nice and clean in here. And I'm going to do the same then for the tray and the grates. So, okay, here we're going to scrape this down. And hopefully your tray isn't rusted through. But if you keep these grills dry and keep them out of the rain, under roof or under cover, buy a cover for them, and keep them under cover, they will last longer. Pretty easy. Oh, and there's a hole right there, but that's okay. It's not too big. All right, so that's cleaned. The bottom of our catch span is cleaned, and there are the grates. I've got Walmart brand oven cleaner, heavy duty, and it's supposed to the directions say to spray this on, let it sit. On that, but I'm going to soak it down now and put a liberal amount on. I think I'm just going to wire wheel those. Probably be easier. These grates are still in pretty good shape, so we're going to keep them. That's it. They said use some heat with it, but that's okay. We're gonna get too carried away here. We're just gonna get most of it off. I have to breathe it in. It's pretty strong stuff. I cleaned the trays and the grates off. Now the grates, I ended up using a wire wheel on a right angle grinder. You don't have to do that. It was just faster that way when I did it. But you can use a wire brush. A wire brush will work good at getting the grates clean. Or the grill brush, just use the grill brush, whatever. So we got that clean, and I pulled the tray out. We got the tray pretty clean. We're not going to paint it. We're just going to leave it as is. Like I said, there is a couple of holes with a baffle under here, but hey, it's still pretty good shape. It's got some life left in it. We'll take it. This is what the old baffle looked like. It's pretty peaked. And here comes the rain again. Alright guys, I'm tired of waiting. Hey look, it's still raining outside. So I've taken the grill back onto the porch, kind of half soaking wet here. And we're going to do the best part of this project, is the final phase, which is putting it together. So here we go. So I'm going to put the tray back in. Back up underneath here. Okay, so now we got a bottom. We want to put the tubes back in. As you can see, the tube kind of looks like a flute. It's got holes in it. It's got an end that goes into the knob, or the regulator valve part, and then the other end just sits on the ledge. Now, these were pretty dirty, so what I did was I put them on the wire wheel. I kind of cheated. I have a wire wheel on my bench, and I cleaned it up with a wire wheel. And then I blew it out with an air compressor. Now, you don't have to have those kind of stuff, to finish this. You can, a wire brush will work just great. But just remember, don't forget to use your rubber gloves. So do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. Stay safe, and using that oven cleaner stuff is nasty. So I would recommend the gloves. I didn't. Got my hands dirty, but here we are. So as you can see the holes? You can see all the way through there. I cleaned all those holes out, blew them out with the air compressor, put it up on its end so that this end is down, and then I tapped on it like this. And you can't believe how much crap came out of the end of this. There's scale, rust scale, that kind of stuff. And you got to get that out. You got to clean it. So if you don't, it'll plug the holes, and the burner won't, light on all the holes. So like I said, make sure you look down through there and make sure all those holes, you see them, they're all cleaned out. All right. So we're gonna put those back in the grass. So we're gonna put the first one in. This end just goes in like so. Fits down into the hole like that, and then the other end fits down on that little tab. Okay. These little buggers right here. The little cotter keys, so they don't jump out. They're in that hole like so. Now, do you need them in here? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't really matter. I guess it'll keep them from jumping off. Not like we're gonna, go down the road 50 miles an hour. Bend it up so it doesn't come off. Put them on. Okay, so now we got the burners in. All right. Now we're going to get to the brand new baffles. Good. Now I splurged and I got the stainless ones. Why? I don't know, because they'll never wear out. They'll probably outlast the grill. But it's nice because I didn't have to. I was going to make them. That was an option. If I couldn't, all it is just an angle piece. There's two pieces there, one piece with an angle down the middle. But like I said, we found them online, so I ended up buying a set. Actually, it came a set of 4, but we're just going to use 3, and I'll have one as a spare. Okay. All right, it's nice. It's all done. All the grease is cleaned out of here. We don't have to worry about grease fires. The elements are all cleaned out. They should be nice and hot. Need to put in the grease tray. There's still some nasty stuff in there. I'll tell you what, the brown water that came off of this thing. But like I said, this is nice and clean now. All right, so now here's the hot dog rack. or the warming rack, I guess they call it. I'm going to put this on. It sits down in the holes like that. Okay. Nice and tight. And we're going to put the nice, clean grills back in. It is put together. There it is. All right, we're going to put the tank in it. Remember, I pulled the tank out to clean it. Put the tank back in. And there was one other thing I bought when I was ordering the baffles for underneath, is the igniter. Now, I've already changed the igniter, but I just wanted to show you what the old one looks like. Basically just a little black box, and it's got 4 tabs on it where the wires are hooked up to it. So what I did was I took this out and screwed the head here. There's the nut. Took the button off. Actually, it just didn't have a button. That's why we ordered another one. But I took the nut off, took this out, took the wires off, and I took the wires off and unplugged them onto this one and plugged them into the new one, so I wouldn't get the wires messed up. Which I don't think it matters, because it's a 4-burner system. This is just all igniters. So you got 1, 2, 3, and the sideline. So there's 4 wires, and 1 for each igniter. So I don't think it really matters, because as long as they're all connected and hooked up. So I hooked them all up. I put it in there, and before I put the button on, you have to put 1 AA battery in there. That provides the juice for it. So I put the AA battery in there. We put the nut on, put the button back on here, and I tightened it up. So there we go. We got a brand new igniter. That was broke, and the baffles were shot. And like I said, you can get, I'm not sure if you can get burners. You get, burners and racks, but the burners and racks were good in this, and I didn't want to change it because they were in good shape. And so we stuck with that. So probably only took about an hour. So, it didn't take long. I spent 25 bucks. 25 bucks in an hour. And look what we got here, folks. Don't throw your old grill away. I'm telling you. As long as we can get gas from there up to the burners and everything's still intact, and you can still, replace some of these parts in these grills, keep doing it. Otherwise, it's crazy to throw them away. I mean, you can if you want. 400 bucks. You got to go get one. Blah 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 blah. You know the drill. We're kind of trying to save the planet one landfill at a time. So that's the premise here, and that's what I keep trying to do. Anyhow, without further ado, I've already hooked up the tank. The tank is clicked. We're going to turn on the burner. Turn on number 2 burner. Turn on number 3 burner. And turn on the side burner. I can hear the gasser rolling. We're going to hit the igniter. Here he goes. Drum roll, please. Woo-hoo, baby! We have ignition, folks. She's hot. Looking good. Lots of heat. Lots of flames. Check out that flame, how big that flame is. And I'll tell you what, before I cleaned the grill, the flame was not that big. We were having trouble getting, flame out of it, and that's why I knew it was time to rebuild. Besides the fact it was filthy, and the baffles were totally wasted on it. So, here we go, folks. Nice big fat porterhouse. We're just about ready to eat it. The baffles and everything are still in there and they're in good shape. Was prepared to buy an $800 grill, and here we are with about 50 bucks worth of parts. So, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and see you on the flip-flop. Bon appetit.